name's Aaron Mangum. Today I made fourth place at Lawton Regional. At Lawton Locals, showcasing how Orcust is not a dead deck, and anyone who thinks so is not too very bright. Starting off with the Orcust engine. Got a 1 World Legacy World Wand. I understand why people want to cut it, but I think it's good at 1. I feel like it's necessary in certain ways to extend combos. 1 Symbol Skeleton. Because of the hit to Rusty, I'm considering bumping this up to 2, and people might be all like, resource management, I think it might be necessary. I'll be testing with that. 2 Orcust Nightmare. Keep it the same ratio. 2 is good, 3 is too many, 1's not enough. And finally, it's going to be 3 Orcust Hardcore. I've seen some builds where people will cut this down to 2.
Let me in.
And I can understand why they want to cut it down too, but this thing's just too good, especially with how my extra deck's actually working. Wins games. One guy dankoed me, and I decided to say no. Next, supporting engine. Play Mecha Phantom Beast Lion. When it's sent to graveyard, you get a token. Pretty simple. And then, way you can send it to grave, it's playing 3 copies of Scrap Recycler. This doesn't just send Mecha Phantom Beast or Lion, it can send any of your level 4 or lower Orcust monsters, i.e. just Hard Horror. Helps start plays or finish plays, depending on how you use it. Next, 2 Mathematician. This is kind of a wacky one, because you can send the Mecha Phantom Beast or Lion to the grave, or you could also send another card in here. I forget what it is at the moment, to help start off your mermaid combo. Always good. The 1-ups. Got Dark Greffer. Sends Dark. Specials off Dark. Armageddon. Another Foolish for Darks. And we got Glow Up Bulb. Glow Up Bulb is really good because it sends the top card of your deck to the grave, and if that so happens to be a Orcust, you're just going to be plussing. If that's Jet Synchron, then you're going plus pretty well too. Jet Synchron. Again, basically another form of Glow Up Bulb, but the better thing about it is it's a machine. So you can actually, if this thing somehow gets banished, you can shuffle it back off of the Orcust Link monsters to help facilitate and keep control over your banished pile. The last 1-of monster will be Destrudo. This thing's kind of iffy. The reason it's good is because it's essentially a free summon, but you're just paying half your life for it. But it can help facilitate and start your plays. And then the last monster I played is Triple Ash, because you have to play 3. You could play 2, but you'd want to add in another hand trap, but I played 3 Ash and 3 of another hand trap. Off to the spells. Triple Instant Fusion. What can you say? You got 2 Dark Monsters, free for the taking. Super good, especially in certain matches. 3 Twin Twisters. Some people have been cutting this down to 2. I don't think that it should be, I think it's unnecessary, because Skystriker is still playing Mystic Mine, so you want to get rid of it as fast as possible. Next, Call by the Grave. Because Ash Blossom from your opponent really sucks. Gotta get rid of it. Next, for the 1-ups, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 1 Foolish Burial, and then Orcust Babel and Orchestrated Return. Monster Reborn helps extend plays. Reinforcement searches your warriors. Foolish, any card you want, well, monster-wise. Babel is Babel, helps your Orcust become quick effects. Return, I was debating whether or not I want to play it, and I gotta say I'm very underwhelmed. The reason it's good is because if you open up World Legacy World Wand or Orcust Nightmare in your hand, you get a draw 2. In certain situations, you have them on field and you can use it then, but otherwise it's not too good. I'll probably cut it for a future list. On to the traps, 1-ups. Phantom Knight's Brigandine, Orcust Crescendo, and 3 Infinite Permanents. Works like it always does. Works fantastically, and then Brigandine, probably going to cut, just because it's really slow, doesn't help extend the plays too much, because you're most likely going to open with an impermanence and use it on your opponent's turn if you don't go first. But otherwise, it'd be a pretty decent pick. That is it for the main deck. For the extra deck, where I think it really spicy. Most people play Thousand Eyes Restrict. I debated playing Millennium Eyes. If you can't afford Millennium Eyes and you can only get Thousand Eyes, that is totally okay. It's up to personal preference. I like Millennium Eyes better because it's essentially a fourth copy of Called by the Grave in many situations. Because let's say you have this out and Mermaid out. You activate Mermaid's effect, fetch a card. Your opponent Ash Blossoms, you're just going to take the Ash Blossom and they can't activate it. Next, El Shaddai Wanda for stallage, but you can also have Dingrisu on the field with material and stop it from being destroyed, which can slow your opponent down very much. Xyz monsters, of course, we got to play 2 Dingrisu. If you play any less, you better not be playing Orcust. And if you play more, personal preference, I personally think 2 is enough. 3 is way too many in my opinion. For the Link monsters, Salamander Great Alt Mirage. Essentially, if your only play is, let's say, 1 Orcust monster or maybe Junk Synchron, you basically summon the monster, link off into Alt Mirage, and normal summon I should specify, and then proceed to do your plays with Mermaid. It just helps kind of break those boards and break the bricks as well. The entire Nightmare package, would say for Unicorn. Unicorn, I don't feel like is necessary. You can run it if you want. I don't think it's very good in my opinion, because you're using a lot to get into it. The great thing about it is dark, but that's really about it. The shuffle effect's pretty okay too. Next, for the Orcust links, 3 Galate and 2 Lungrisu. I know everyone says 2 Lungrisu is not good, and I can agree to an extent, but I decided on playing 2 today to help extend certain grind games, which did come up twice. One game where he actually banished 1 Lungrisu, and I had to get into another one to get into other plays. Then the last 2 for Link Force, Topologic Bomber Dragon, and Boral Sword. Bomber is necessary for this version of Orcust, because your ending board can be either Topologic Bomber Dragon by itself with a banished Harp Horror and a Symbol Skeleton and Dingrisu in grave. Basically what you can do is you'll summon Dingrisu to a zone it points to, attach the Harp Horror, and essentially it's like Rusty Bardiche getting 2 pops, but instead of singular, it's the entire board. Or you can summon Lungrisu linked to it in some way, and you still blow up everyone's board, but the Lungrisu survives. And Boral Sword for OTK potentials. That is it for the extra deck. Excuse the mess. Side deck. Didn't really go into it today. I was expecting to see a lot of Thunder Dragons. Surprisingly, didn't see any. But want to play 3 Artifact Lands here. For sure, amazing against Thunders. And Orcust, like you drop this on Orcust, you win. 3 Prankatops. Kind of iffy. It's good in certain scenarios. And some people who want to play the Shadal build should definitely play this if they can play Shekanaga. Electric Virus. Again, this is for against Guard Dragon plays, as well as certain Thunder Dragon plays. Because Thunder Dragons still have access to Guard Dragons, just not as consistently. So that's in there just in case. Then finally, I decided to play 3 Evenly Matched and 3 Anti-Spell. Pendulum, everyone's saying Pendulum's like the end-all be-all #1 deck for this format. I can agree to an extent, but at the same time it's not amazing. But you flip this up on them, if they don't have back row removal, you're pretty much going to win the game. And Evenly Matched, just to get rid of those big